Time at that position in your lifetime. You're in the New Jersey Hall of Fame because of it. I don't know if there's a better combination out there than those two.
Yeah, you combine those guys, but
took the draw. Coach Holman saying they really don't have a face-off, guys. And Kai Montgomery gets Duke on the board. 1-0 here, just a minute and 2 seconds in.
Force Montgomery to the middle, and they're going to show a little bit and hedge their matchups, which allows Montgomery to get to his left hand, and that's just a perfect shot to the far pipe. It doesn't matter who you are in the net. That's a great shot. Great, by 21 goals, and they learned from that experience. And this road trip they have right now.
This Cambador snaps one off. 2-0 Blue Devils.
A goal, and then now we're going to see their man-up operating, and it looks like Utah is kind of holding their spots here a little bit to challenge Duke to make passes, and there we see another phenomenal overhand. Yeah, Coach Holman also talked in our conference call, Ryan. This defense is something that they've relied on a lot, and there we see them get exposed down the alley. But this is kind of as he said.
5 minutes in, looking as though they are not messing around here tonight. But over the big-time size advantage, Smith draws a number of different defenders. A nice check that time, one more time on the Blue Devil All-American. Ground ball belongs to Utah.
Oh, my goodness. What an amazing trail check there by the Utah defender. I didn't catch his number.
Now in transition, Utah, first shot on goal is behind Turner Upgren. It's Jimmy Perkins who finishes inside, and Utah's on the board.
Guys are playing with right now, and here we're going to see, again, the big-time ground ball by Utah. They're getting the ball up the field, pushing the next line with their defense, and might have caught Duke a little out of sorts here. Unorganized 54, and here we see it.
Others and husbands and who have great careers well beyond the sport of lacrosse. How about that finish, by the way, by Brad Smith? But it's amazing to see how minutes are a little under to play here at Koskinen Stadium. Comfortable lead for Duke. That this program was going to be around as that was stung over the shoulder. James Sexton makes it a 4-2 game here in the first.
They're playing a little 5-on-5. They got Montgomery playing a little hooky up in the top right there, and there we see them just do a great job of attacking top side, and Duke got lost off ball.
Behind the cage, Donnelly tried to scoop it up himself. Now Manown is there. Duke with a fresh shot clock. Donnelly is back between the pipes. Quigley with a jump shot finds the back of the net. Kevin Quigley makes it 5-2.
Saves. I mean, this is great. And then Quigley just taking advantage of a bad approach and going down the lefty alley. Puts that shot short side and maybe take the air out of the ball with the short shot clock.
7 seconds. Leadmon rips that one past Donnelly. There's a zone buster.
Seau able to just throw a man open, and an absolute hammer from Leadmon on the wing here. This is his second goal of the game and another phenomenal release. This goalie had no shot. World team player, phenomenal defender who really has his guys prepared and playing great lacrosse this season.
How about that one in transition is Stout. He's really the glue guy, the voice of the defense, and here you see him pick up the ground ball, does most of the work, and then a guy that knows how to finish. Stout does just that. Goal number 27 on the season for him.
What an awesome finish position to be in as an attackman. I would hate to eat that one right now.
How about that feed inside, and Perkins the finish. Utah celebrates as the Utes pull back within 2.
Utah switches to a little double invert look, and again, you see Duke get caught ball watching a little bit inside. I think Van Raphorst got caught in no man's land, and backdoor cut there by my boy Jimmy Perkins. The riding machine is rewarded there on the crease. We're going to have a attackman and a shorty behind, and another
once again,
goal.
The feed inside. This time it's Stout on the receiving end, and he scores.
We're going to watch this little fake jump pick. Duke defenders just get lost, and Stout with the easy finish to the back pipe. Frustrating one. That's going to be tough if you're Duke to watch that on film because
Van Raphorst hung up in front of the cage. Jimmy Perkins directing traffic. Twice in a row, the Utes have come up with the goods, make it 3, as Perkins has tied it up, half a dozen apiece. Heavily favored team comes out. Looks like they're going to run away with this one early, and Utah simply discarded that start, and they've come back to make a run here in the second. Perkins, another goal. Freddie wanted that. Now Perkins and Leishau once again. Giles Harris nearby. Perkins with almost no angle, maybe surprising Upgren.
Now he knows he's in it here. And you're going to watch Perkins. Stout does a great job of just sealing both of the Duke defenders. Leishow doesn't know where to go. JT's not ready. I think the game clock is going to expire before the shot clock does. And here's Perkins again. Great job by the Duke defense to shut the door, check that ball on the ground, and potentially have another look at the cage here.
Robertson with 5 seconds to play. That one somehow squeezes in. Well, that's one way to tie it up.
What an unbelievable play here. Looks like he threw it at Manown and bounces off him.
Maybe hits him in the face.
Redirects.
Joey
and goes
Manown.
in.
This is Koskinen Stadium. They also play soccer here. How about the header from number 31? Glances off the face mask, and it gets by Terrapins. You guys, strong squad. You know that the longer you let these types of teams linger, as Leadmon gives the Blue Devils an 8-7 lead.
They answer the bell at halftime because this staff made some adjustments, and there we saw an easy 1-2 goal for Leadmon with time and room on the backside with nobody near him. Unfortunately on that shot, it looked like Donling when they need to, not really creating offense for this Duke team. But there we see Brad Smith wide open on the back pipe. Great execution on the offense by Duke.
This looked like the start of the game. It looked like Duke was going to be dominant, settled in to its offense. Brad Smith had a goal early, a spectacular goal that you broke down, the twister. And here, just a wide-open cage to deal with. Donald seconds on the shot clock. Leadmon goes to the swim move. Oh, the feed down low. Robertson, there's the save by Donnelly as Robertson tried to go low. Ball. Wonder how much is left in the legs of a guy like Aaron Fjeldsted being asked to play both ways. Seau finds the net. 3-0 Duke since intermission.
Read that they weren't. There was no help coming from this Utah defense. He reaches back with his hands and lets that go to that short side pipe. That's the second time we've seen Donnelly get beat there, a little bit, but they're back in playing defense. And Duke now, Quigley again from up top.
Quigley this time finds the back of the cage. Blue Devils back to a 4-goal lead, tie things up. It's been all Blue Devils here in the opening 5 minutes.
Last time we saw Seau come down lefty with no slide, and he did the exact same shot, except it was the mirror of this. Now Quigley again.
To keep the program and turn it into a varsity sport. Redmond, the lone holdover from prior to Holman's arrival. And Robertson makes it a 12-7 game. Totally different situation now facing defenses that are in a lot of ways keeping everybody safe. And so the call is made. Blue Devils opportunity with the man up, and Lowry with the finish inside. Sean Lowry as the Blue Devils now lead by half a dozen.
The ball, they're realizing they don't have to make home run passes, and here we see Brad Smith look off his close side defender and see Lowry right in front of the cage and protects his stick and is able to finish in front with the man on his back. That's a big-time finish. And that's the difference between All-American players and normal players. Brad Smith was able to move the defender not only with his eyes but just his body language. Again, Brad Smith is in for a heck of a senior campaign. Wow.
How about Peter Welch with 1.1 to go in the third quarter, puts the icing on the cake for the Blue Devils here in the third set of 15 minutes.
Great adjustment by the Duke staff. We talked about it going out earlier, and there we see Welch just finding his nice little seam in the middle of the defense. Smith finds him, and Welch is able to just step in and put that ball perfectly in the bottom left corner.
Mine. The feed down low, and the finish inside by Perkins. Will it count? Officials confer.
Talking.
Did he go in on his own?
Give it to him. Goal.
Referee says yes.
My stick. Pretty crafty motion play off ball. Perkins, way to eat the check. Extend his stick to give himself more of an angle as you see him duck under the stick check and reach around Upgren. What a tremendous finish by Perkins.
The hat trick. Garrett Leadmon, the lefty shot.
Wow.
And he beats Donnelly. Net didn't move a whole lot. Hard to tell if the ball had gone in. Well, as a freshman just starting. Joe, you've been there before, just beating Donnelly.
Haven't played Division I lacrosse before tonight. Obviously there's a few transfers as we see Duke score an easy goal, but you know, this Utah.
It's a nice feed from Carpenter, who finds Robertson. The finish inside, another hat trick for Joe Robertson. It's his 17th career hat trick in 28 games.
This Duke offense, when they do.
And slid over to give Perkins a hard time. Giles Harris comes up with the ground ball, pitches it ahead to Caputo. 5.5 to play. Duke has doubled up Utah. You can add one as Muley makes it 17-8.
He knows Robertson will find him if he cuts for it, and what a great job getting to his left, sets his feet, and puts that in the far pipe there. Great players.
Cody Brinkman out there, two-sport athlete at Duke. You hear the cheer from Mackey. As we're seeing right now, Joe, these are the guys that they're the scout team in practice. They go through a lot to prepare other guys that play a whole lot more than they do for game time. And now they get a chance to get out there.
With this coaching staff for Utah, they really care about the people more, and what a great finish.
A nice feed and finish there.
Was that Cecil?
Like it was Wilson to Sexton.
Let's take a look at this goal here first. Great breakdown behind the cage. Gets his hand free. Now we see Sexton just sneak to the backside, nice and easy. Nothing crazy, and again, that ball's in his stick for probably half a second.
Marinello fights through the pick. And the finish by Fjeldsted, a flag as well.
Here we're seeing a little bit of a high hit there late. Looks like he scored as well with the flag. This is a big-time play. This late in the game, you hate to see a hit like that.